Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Chris Allen with your weather podcast for this November 18th. Whew, my goodness. I mean, I can't get my hands warm. It's just, and was going through the drive-thru this morning to, get a quick bite to eat, and my electric window it was stuck. It was just, I'm in the drive-thru. Hello, may I take your order, please? And I'm like, open the door. Finally, keep hitting the button and it goes down. So it's that kind of a morning. We've got temperatures right now, looking at the Kentucky Mesonet Network as of 4:27 a.m. Central Time. If you're listening to me live, that's the current time here in Bowling Green. Make it 4:28. If you're listening to the playback, I just wanted to let you know what time we're talking about here. And currently, the Mesonet site here in Bowling Green at the farm, Western Kentucky University's farm, 18 degrees. And we got a lot of teens, no single digits showing up. 16 in Russellville, 15 in Greenville, in Muhlenberg County, 13 degrees over in Hopkins County, Madisonville, 14 in Todd County, near Elkton. And we could drop a few more degrees, a couple of more degrees before sunrise. Usually we get our coldest temperature right at sunrise, so it's very possible we could get a little bit colder before the morning is done. And we're looking at record cold today. Now, here are the records as they stand, as far as, where we'll be for a possible record cold high. The all-time coldest high temperature on record for this day, November 18th, is 28 degrees. That was set all the way back in 1880. 1880. Yeah. So we're calling for a high of 26. So it looks like we'll set a new coldest high temperature for this day. So, and it's going to be a little bit on the breezy side too. So we're talking about wind chill factors between 5 to 15 degrees. So if you're going to be out today, and a lot of kids will be at school, there's no reason not to. There's let's see, right now there's McLean County Schools that's running on a 1-hour delayed basis. As of 4:30 a.m. Central Time, that's the only school system we've heard from, but there could be more as the morning continues based on, the road conditions in those areas. And let me tell you this, was looking at some of the record-breaking cold and how much of the country is covered in this. In fact, you can see a map, a U.S. map, if you go to my blog site right now, just kind of follow along, look at the graphic as you're listening to the podcast. Go to chrisallenchallenge.wordpress.com. The easier way to get to that, if you don't remember that URL, is just to link to it. I've got a link to it on my Facebook pages and on my Twitter feed. But look at that graphic. I'll give you a second to call it up. It amazed me this morning. It says coldest November. Now, what you're looking at is the coldest November morning since 1976. And 76 was a year. Of course, it was our bicentennial year. I remember that very well. But it was also one of the coldest years on record, and a very cold and even snowy season for southern Kentucky in the Mid-South region. But that map is showing you how cold it is. If you look at the small reading, the little fine print on the right-hand side, under 32 degrees at that hour that I posted that, well over 80% of the country. We're talking the contiguous 48 states, excluding Alaska and Hawaii. But of the 48 contiguous states, 80% are under 32 degrees. That's freezing. But then over half of the country, 52%, are under 20 degrees, and that would include Bowling Green, Southern Kentucky. It's just overwhelming to think it's November and this is going on. I mean, we've had record cold before, and we've had times like this before, but it's rare. So brace yourselves. It is going to be that kind of a morning. The main impact today would be wind chill, with the winds, again, bringing the feels-like temperature down to, say, 5 degrees, maybe 10 or 15. But, whew. So, looking at the numbers from yesterday, 38 was the official high at the airport. 59. 59 is the average. Folks, that's a 21-degree difference. Where's my coffee? I got to warm up. My hands are freezing. 24 was our low temperature. 37 is the average. That's a 13-degree difference. Ugh. 1 year ago, we had a nice and warm high of 69 and a low of 54 back in 2013. Now, yesterday we did pick up another 0.28 of an inch of rain, but we also picked up 0.3 of an inch of snow. Not much, a dusting, a little coating, and things panned out fairly well. If you'll look at another of my blog posts from last evening, I did an update, kind of an assessment, a full disclosure, if you will, on how we did on predicting this snow yesterday, and looking back through time and the graphics that we posted, and who was going to get how much and all that kind of stuff. So it verified pretty well. I mean, there's a few things we could have worked on. We were a little bit conservative on some of the higher snow totals to the north of us, and maybe could have even shaved off some of the predicted snow here for southern Kentucky. But overall, it panned out pretty well. So here we go, talking about today now. Record cold, as mentioned, mostly sunny, though. Now, we're still seeing a few flurries flying around this morning, especially to the east and southeast of the Bowling Green area. So if you're out towards, say, Lake Cumberland, the Cumberland Plateau, you're still getting even a few flurries this morning, so be careful of an icy spot or two. It's not going to lay down any additional accumulation, although some of you could pick up a light dusting along the Tennessee-Kentucky border and to the south and east. But skies are already beginning to clear, and we'll see a high today of 26. As mentioned, that's 2 degrees shy of the coldest record high temperature for today. And with that west wind at 11, it's going to make it feel like it's in the single digits or teens. Clear and quite cold again tonight, a low of 18. The south wind still in there and making it feel like it's near zero as far as the wind chill. So there's your weather hazard or impact for tonight. We do see a warming trend starting tomorrow for Wednesday. Mostly sunny, breezy, and warmer with a high of 44. Thursday, though, we cool back down just a little bit. Mostly sunny, 40. We get a reinforcing shot of cooler air. Friday, we'll see increasing clouds and 43. There's a chance of light rain, which could end as a few snowflakes Friday night. Not a big deal. But it's looking now a little more unsettled for the weekend, but the good news is we're going to be warm. Quite warm, as a matter of fact. We're looking at breezy 55 now for Saturday. Partly sunny with a chance of a shower, and we've even thrown in the possibility of a thunderstorm. You know, we go from record cold to a thunderstorm in a matter of days. Welcome to Kentucky. Sunday, a 70% chance of rain and possibly a few thunderstorms with a high of 62. Oh, gosh, this is going to affect us. You know it is. I'm not going to say it out loud, but you know what it's going to do. Monday, a 40% chance of showers and a high of 60. So there's your long-range outlook into the weekend, beginning of next week, as we get ready for Thanksgiving. Oh, boy, it's almost here. So brace yourself against the cold. Make sure the kiddos, as they're especially waiting for the ride to school, They're all layered up, and that's the thing you need to do. Don't put on one big overcoat. Dress them in layers and loose clothing. Make sure each layer, they can just, as they go through the day, they can just take a layer off, and that's going to keep them warmer. Plus, they'll be able to stay, when they get inside the heat, they won't perspire as much, and it won't be as uncomfortable. And that goes for you, too. Hats, earmuffs, something to protect the head. That's where you lose the most heat. Hands, fingers, toes, you got it. All right, we'll survive. We'll be good. Thank you for listening. God bless you. Know the weather before it knows you. I'll see you live at 5:30 on AM Kentucky, and streaming live to the WBKO app and to WBKO.com.